Hi everyone, and welcome to week 1 of Global Sustainability. This week, we will explore the key concepts, definitions, and interpretations of the terms sustainability and sustainable development. Are they just different words for the same thing, or do they have different meanings? We'll take a quick tour through some of the key historical events that have contributed to contemporary views about both sustainability and sustainable development. We'll also introduce the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which I'm sure many of you will have already heard of. But have you thought critically about their implications? In this week's poll, you'll be invited to consider whether the Sustainable Development Goals are complementary or contradictory. Remember that there is no right or wrong answer in the polls. They're simply to stimulate your own thinking and discussion with your peers. If you complete the poll earlier in the week, you might like to revisit it later in the week to see how your peers responded. We will also introduce the notion of the 3 pillars of sustainability, which is foundational to the structure and content of the rest of this module. When we hear the word sustainability, we tend to think of environmental sustainability, but equally important are the pillars of social and economic sustainability. This week, we will consider what each of those types of sustainability entails before we explore each pillar in more detail in the coming weeks. To conclude, we will examine connections between sustainability, sustainable development, and Indigenous peoples and cultures. Indigenous peoples across the world have guarded and managed the earth and its resources for millennia, and have deep and holistic knowledges of what we now call sustainability. Indigenous peoples and cultures are also impacted by contemporary sustainability ideas and practices, sometimes in harmful ways. I encourage you to reflect critically upon these connections this week and to carry these reflections with you throughout the coming weeks as we revisit this subject. At the end of this week's content, you will be asked to visit the online classroom and discuss how your worldview may have shaped your understanding of the concepts of sustainability before attempting the week 1 quiz. So good luck, enjoy, and if you have any questions, please connect with me and your peers in the online classroom or write them down and bring them to the live Q&A in week 3.